I trust him a lot. That's my problem. I trust my bro a lot.
Yep.
With that guy, we have placed a trade in just 1 year that has, it grew to 100K from 150.
After how long?
Took about 2-3 months.
From 150 rands.
Actually, 1,500 to say.
1,500.
Yeah, 1,500. Yeah, to 100K.
Wow.
And then we blew it. All of it.
How come, man?
NFP.
You know why I'm laughing?
But gee, that's not the end of the story. That's not the end of the story. We didn't give up.
Do you believe that someone can invest in Forex? Like, in Forex, we trade mostly for short terms, like weekly and other things. So, what can you say about someone who can hold a trade for months? Is that person considered as an investor?
Yeah.
I have a friend who's doing that.
Yeah. No, it's the reason I'm saying who is because I've actually seen that. I've seen someone holding a trade for months.
I remember he once took an account from $10 to about 1,000 something.
That's an investor.
Just holding for months.
That's an investor.
He just plays a trade and forgets about it.
Even if you want to delay it, delete it, because no, honestly, it's similar with shares. You know, there's this guy who usually says, if you want to go long term on shares, just install your easy equity, buy those shares, and delete the app.
Why did you have to delete it?
Because
you're gonna keep on going back to it.
That's the thing. And if you keep on going back to it and you find profit, what are you gonna do? You find profit,
you're gonna take it.
You're gonna take it. It's no long run. It's no long run.
You can delete it and download it later on. Why?
Just
train your mind.
Just delete the app and forget about the investment.
They can delete and download later on.
After 5 years, maybe.
Yeah.
To see how growth have you accumulated, how much growth have you accumulated in investment.
I don't see the point of deleting the app. You used to do that. You can play a trade and delete the app.
Yeah, you know, it's a good strategy, bro. Honestly, trust me. It helps you to just maintain your investments.
The app can still be downloaded.
Yeah, it can, but it's no longer on your phone. So you cannot check, you cannot keep on checking, oh, how much do I have? Oh shit, I've made $1 million, let me invest, let me just withdraw. You can't. Like, for instance, let me make a simple example. I'm one person who looks up to a lot of guys who've made it.
Okay.
But only those who are in the similar field. You know, more of like musicians, chefs, stuff like that, because I'm a musician and a chef at the same time.
Okay.
So when it comes to music, there's this guy, Rainer Leslie.
I don't know that.
No, it's okay. He's not really that familiar though. He's a producer. He's worked with a lot of artists.
Okay.
You know, this guy actually made a crazy investment 2007. He bought shares on Apple. Yeah, bought shares on Apple. Value was 70, if not $100. Apple, the company.
When was it?
2007.
It was $100.
He bought shares worth that.
Worth that value.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were $100. Oh, 100K actually, $100K.
Oh. That's why I'm asking of the year, because it can't be 100.
My bad, my mistake. He bought shares worth 100K.
Okay,
during that year.
Now it makes sense.
And then years later, he actually found that they've accumulated. You know, they've added more value.
Okay.
And he went back to actually the very same person who advised him, his mentor, to buy those shares. And he was like, hey, I just realized, actually it was 3 years later, I think 2010 if I'm mistaken, he went back to the investment. He was like, hey, I've realized that I now got 370K. I invested 100K, but now I got 370K. I want to withdraw. I want to get my mama something beautiful. You know, after all, I've never had a great investment like this before. You know what his mentor said?
Yeah.
No, it's fine, Leslie. You can withdraw, we'll shake hands, but I'll never advise you again.
This simply means I don't approve that you should withdraw.
And he didn't, guess what? Today, those very same shares are worth 3.5 million.
From 100K.
From just 1 mere 100K investment from 2007.
Did he withdraw?
No. He's charging passive income now, the dividends.
Wow.
Yes, sir. So it's like that. It's like his mentor was the delay the app strategy. You know,
Okay.
if you have someone to stop you or something to stop you from making the withdrawal or from cashing in, then you can go for a longer run and benefit even much more. You feel me? So that's why we delay the apps. If you can keep on like checking on the app over and over, you withdraw. Trust me, they are troubles and consequences that we face in life, of which will force you to make the withdrawal.
And emotions as well.
Emotions as well. You feel me? Because we cannot control that. We greedy from time to time. You find a lot of money. You say, hey, I've always wanted this A45 AMG and I'm buying it now because I have the money now. Only to find that in the next coming 2 months after buying the vehicle, the very same amount of money was going to double or even triple. But you couldn't hold on simply because it was there for you to see. So that's why we delayed the apps. So we wouldn't see the growth. So we would reach the exact duration we've set. If you say 5 years, then install the app after 5 years to check that investment.
I think even if you can delete the app, you can still see analysis somewhere else.
You can,
Which
but then you
gonna
don't see your
prompt your
money.
mind to read and note.
Come on, my guy. Honestly, it'd be stupidity because you're now forgetting the main reason why you deleted the app from the start.
You're talking about emotions here. Some people do attach money. In fact, almost everyone.
I know.
Where there's money, there are emotions.
But key qualities of a great investor is to just follow. It's like even with Forex, you have a trading plan, right?
Yeah.
Trading journal, right?
Yeah.
They need to follow it to make money in a short period of time. So even with a long period of time investment, a long investment, I mean to say, you still need to follow your trading plan. If you said 5 years, let it be 5 years. Do not let your emotions drive you into withdrawing. Just like in Forex, if you say, I'm going to hold this trade up until this TP, if it reverses or it retraces or it retests the entry, it doesn't mean you should exit. It means you should keep on holding, because why? You've set up a trading plan.
Just put the
Follow
stop
your
loss and
trading
break
plan.
even and let it
That's
run.
it. That's it. Follow your trading plan. And then if you go on a loss, you're going to indicate after on your trading journal, I made a loss simply because of 1, 2, and 3. The market did 1, 2, and 3. Or maybe there was an event that I didn't check. Follow your trading plan at all times. So even with the long-term investment, even with shares, you buy shares, you say, oh, I'm going to hold these shares for 5 years. Hold them for 5 years. Follow your trading plan.
I can see you are very disciplined.
That's what it takes. I'm not that disciplined. I'm saying no, but I try my best. I try my best to be disciplined, because you need to do that. You need to follow your trades. You know, actually, let me just put like this. With everything that you do in the market, despite the fact that it doesn't matter whether it's the financial market, it's the crypto market, or it's the stock market, each and every single trade that you make, you need to plan for it. And if you don't plan, technically, you know, it's been said that if you fail to plan, then you're planning to fail. You feel me?
Yeah, that's
so even with the stock market, you invest a long-term run. You say, you know what, 5 years, and then in the next 2 to 3 years when you're withdrawing, in the next 5 years you find that it's double. That's a fail. It's not really a win. Yes, you made profit, but it wasn't to that extent that you wanted. Let's say, for instance, because I can see there's confusion on your face right now.
Yeah, because you made profit, but you can break it down a little bit.
Let me break it down a little bit. Let's say, for instance, the guy I made an example of, Leslie.
Okay.
You invest 100K, and then in the next 3 years you find out that your 100K is tripled.
Yeah.
And then you withdraw it. You find that in the next 10 years you could have made 3.5 million.
And that's what you wanted in the first place.
That's what you wanted from the first place, a long run. That's the plan you had. You failed your plan because you didn't achieve it.
You only got the profit, but that's not the amount that you wanted.
Exactly.
Now it makes sense.
Exactly. You didn't reach the actual goal. You just got a piece of it, or an idea of the goal that you actually wanted in the first place.
Okay, man. Since you're a long-term investor, so can you please tell us about a little bit about your day in your life? Like,
My day-to-day
you're not trading every day, you're long-term. You swing trades.
Yeah, bruh. Let me just say, I'd say I'm a geek or a nerd. My day to day when I'm trading, I don't want to focus more on the market. I hate doing that. Like I said, I don't want to be on the screen. But there is a certain screen that I enjoy being in. I like video games. So
you're a gamer.
I'm a gamer. Yeah. So my day to day, while I'm here in Val, because like I said, I'm originally from Secunda.
Yeah.
So while I'm here in Val, I do not have tasks that I have to undergo. You know, I don't have duties that I have to make sure that each and every single day I perform them. No. So I have time to myself. I study. I play games. I watch movies. I do more research. You know, that's my day.
These are more like indoor duties.
I'm an indoor person.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, sir.
These are the. So what about your trading plan? How do you put it together?
My trading plan, depends on what am I trading, which market am I trading, you know. If I'm jumping into the forex markets, of course, usually I'd set up my trades at night before I sleep, you know. So do my setup, do my technical analysis and all that.
And you do like pending orders or manual?
I do not do pending orders. I don't like pending orders. I've tried them, but I don't know.
There are different ways to trade. So why not pending orders?
I don't know. I just do not familiarize myself with the strategy, maybe. Because I've tried them before. They work out. Yes, it's a good thing to set up pending orders, but sometimes I get to forget that I even did set up pending orders and forget that I even made a trade. It happens.
So you prefer opening it manually?
Yeah. And then writing it on my journal. Okay, I actually made this.
So you jot down every trade that you make?
From time to time. Sometimes I just jump in. I don't want to lie. I don't want to say every single time, I write them down. No, from time to time. It happens sometimes that I'll be in campus and I spot a trade or someone mentions something, copy trading. Someone says, hey, check out this USD what. You know, there's something happening. Might be going down, maybe going up. I'll be interested into checking. I'll go in the market. Like, hey, this might be an entry.
Then
Check this out. This might be an entry. I haven't even analyzed. I haven't even done a thing. So that's where I'm gonna jump in because I even analyzed. I didn't do a thing. I didn't even write it on my journal.
Well,
Someone just said,
"You'll be on your phone. Why can't you just analyze it on your phone, or you prefer a PC?"
I do analyze on my phone, but when it comes to copy trading, my G, we trust most of our sources when it comes to copy trading. You don't just take a trade from anyone and say, hey, USD is going down. Let me just go in and no. You have to trust someone first to say, no, this individual just sent a trade or a signal. Let me follow it.
On YouTube, I see a lot of ads about copy trading.
Okay.
Can you please break it down for some people who don't know about it?
Basically, copy trading is what most mentors are getting us involved into.
That's more like signals.
That's copy trading because you're actually copying my trades. I'm telling you right now that I'm gonna.
Because I've been asking myself if maybe they link their accounts with mentors' account. Because some do that.
I believe in some companies they're actually capable of doing that. Brokers are actually able to actually link accounts and then.
Yeah, I've been asking myself if they link accounts or they directly send those signals. So since you're into it, you can break it down.
Now some actually do link accounts.
Okay.
And some send signals, but mostly in SA we use the signal strategy. You know, I'll be your mentor, I'll be providing signals. That's still copy trading because you're basically trading what I'm trading. I'm telling you that I'm making this entry. You should make it too. Isn't that copying what I'm doing?
It is copy.
Basically, it's copy trading.
But can be in two ways though. Either linking or direct signals.
Direct signals, yes sir.
So do you have a mentor?
Currently, I do not.
But you used to like the one who helps you when it comes to investments and other things?
Let me just firstly maybe I answered too quick. I should have asked mentor in which field.
Yeah,
in which field.
Blame my question.
In which field.
Let's start with Forex, like trading.
Okay, on Forex, ne? Now on Forex, bro, I do not want to lie. I do not have a mentor.
You never had one.
I did at some point. A friend of mine,
Okay.
but he wasn't really a mentor. I'd say. You know, when we're friends, we're buddies, man.
Yeah.
We just exchange knowledge.
Yeah, I can't let you be in loss while I can
While I'm making profit, you know. So he was more of that guy to go to whenever I need help with the market.
That's basically a mentor.
That's basically a mentor,
Yeah.
you know. So I would say he wasn't my mentor, but we were just friends.
Yeah.
You know? I didn't necessarily have to pay for the mentorship or the lessons and whatsoever. We just became a good friend.
So in the investment industry?
In the investment industry, when it comes to stock, I do not have a mentor. I've been mentoring myself. But there is someone I am closely looking into, you know, here in SA. There is a guy of which I take most of his advices, simply because I've realized that whenever he gets into the stock market, he knows his business. You know, whenever he analyzes, whenever he's going to tell you a story.
In SA?
Yeah, he's here in SA. He goes by the name of, it's Carl Lowe, if I'm mistaken. He's a young investor, just recently recruited by Easy Equity. Yes,
Directly?
Yeah.
Wow.
The company. So, my first approach of the guy was on Facebook, actually. There's this Facebook group that we're part of. It's an Easy Equity group. I firstly saw a lot of comments and recommendations about this person. People were mentioning him. I was like,
weren't you afraid of being scammed?
No, I wasn't at that time. At that time, I wasn't. Not anymore. No.
Because where there are comments...
I've been scammed way too many times. So now I was in the idea of doing my research first before.
You didn't just jump in like you did before.
No. So with this guy, and it wasn't more of like he was presenting an investment opportunity. No, he was teaching people how to invest. He wasn't saying, give me money, I'll show you. No, he was just saying, investment 101. This is 1, 2, and 3. This is how you invest. This is how you make money. I don't need anything from you, but I'm just telling you what you need to do to make money. And from there, I was like, I gotta keep a close eye, you know, to this guy. I was like, damn. I looked close. I saw most of his posts, and I followed. I looked into companies that he'd mentioned. I followed. I did my own research. I actually see why he's saying these companies might just boom in the next coming years or months. You know.
Meaning you must jump in same time. So that the moment they boom, you'll be in profit.
Yeah. Because you bought what in a lower share price, and now they booming, the share price will obviously going up. You'll be benefiting from that.
Okay, so what's your most memorable investment? The investment that you'll never forget.
Oof.
Surely there are some that you regret and some that you'll never forget.
Yeah.
The most memorable one.
My first shares purchase. Yeah. It was
first share purchase.
First share purchase.
I can tell that one's the one that you regret.
I don't regret it per se.
Okay.
I don't regret it, but it's memorable simply because it was the glimpse of life for me. You know,
okay.
It was the stepping stones. Hey, you now starting this industry. You know, you just bought your first shares, and it became worse. I believe a few months later. I think if not 7, 8 months later, I received an email from the very same company telling me that there's going to be a general meeting stating that Siyabonga Mavuso, shareholder of
the company.
That those titles, bruh.
Yes.
They were like, hey, I'm a shareholder now. You get me? And then I'd say my first share purchase that was my most remarkable still in my brain.
First
investment cheap. Most memorable one. That's
can you talk about the numbers? Let's talk about the numbers, mate.
A question. We all know in SA that Mr. Mzipi is the richest, right? True. One of the richest, right?
True.
In which interview, my G, have you ever heard the guy speak of his finance? We know he's rich. We don't know how much though.
But for the fact that it was the first,
Mm-hmm.
it might inspire someone to also get started.
Okay, true that.
Yeah, I don't wanna get the numbers of the one that I asked you about before this one.
But
Unless if you wanna tell.
No.
But that's for the first one.
I'll keep it to the first. I'll keep it to the first.
Sure.
Okay. My first shares I've ever bought actually was on Ntipa's company.
Ntipa's company.
Yeah, African Rainbow Capital.
Okay.
Yes, sir. At some time, I'd say I regretted the purchase at that time because the share value was R5. Believe it or not. Yes, guys.
Like
the share value was R5. Believe it or not.
5,000.
Not 5,000, not 50,000, not 500.
Are you sure you're not making the same mistake you made with April?
No.
Like 100 instead of 100K?
No, this time I'm not. This time I'm definitely sure that I'm not making any mistake. The share value on Easy Equity was listed on R5.
R5.
Today it's listed on R360. That's why I'm saying I regret making the purchase at that time. But at the same time, looking at what the company is doing, I'm sitting back and like, but this 2 and something loss, it wasn't that bad. I can still hold. In the long run, I'll make more. Simply because the very same company has launched Time Bank. The very same company has brought Rain to SA for us. If it wasn't for it, we wouldn't have Rain SIM card today.
What was because of that company?
African Rainbow Capital actually bought 20% of Rain. That's why we have it in SA.
Wow.
And that's actually when I was like, hey, long run, long time, I'm jumping in, because I saw the industries that it's stepping into are industries that we live by daily. The financial industry, banking. We go to banks each and every single day. Look at it now. How many people own Time Bank accounts?
A lot of people are owning Time Bank.
A lot. So I looked into that. I was like, hey, these industries, no, man, they booming.
And in the long run, it might replace most of the banks that are the ones
Yes,
I mentioned.
Yes, sir. And telecommunication, we moving into one heck of actually a technologically advanced life or era now.
Yeah.
Every single person has a mobile device.
That's true.
Every single person is on social media. Okay, maybe not every, but most
let's
are
just
on
say
social media.
80 or 90%.
Exactly. And we need what? We need data. We need quick, fast internet. And doesn't Rain provide that? So I looked into industries, bro, that I know in the next coming years they definitely gonna be booming. They're still gonna be booming. So that's why I was like, no, African Rainbow Capital, it's ideal for me. I'm going in.
But then you can predict that in the next coming years it's gonna boom.
Mm-hmm.
But it might disappoint you. So
That's true.
How do you deal with this? With the disappointment?
How do you deal with that? Oh, like every business, you have to know there's losses. You get me? So with every investment that you make, you have to leave space for disappointment.
True.
Everything that you do in life, actually, not just investment.
There has to be a room for disappointment.
Just a tiny bit. It doesn't have to be big. No, just a tiny, small keyhole of disappointment. Yeah. Because it might happen. The company is not run by you. The operations are not run by you. You feel me? You're investing in a company, yes. It's safe. Slightly.
Haven't you ever considered Woolworths?
Woolies. Great company shares. But there was 1 year where Woolies scared me a whole lot, Machi. I don't remember if it was it was after 2010 though. It was after 2010, pretty sure in 2014 or 15. Woolies was actually struggling quite a lot, to the extent that a lot of stores were actually closed.
Woolies stores?
Woolies, yes, Woolworths. The Woolworths, we praising. Yeah. It once came
And
to
now if you are carrying a Woolworths bag of plastic, we're gonna salute you.
Yeah, simply because we do not know the market of it. So now we just know the brand, the face, the Woolies. But hey, if you're buying it Woolies, you top
class.
You top class. You see? But we don't know the business of it. We don't know what's happening inside the company.
Yeah.
We don't know that. We don't know what threats they're facing. We don't know that. We're just focusing on the brand, the plastic bag you carry. But in those years, I forgot the era of the year. timeline, Woolies was struggling. Stores in the US and in UK got closed. That's how bad it was. You get me? And I never thought to myself, hey, I see it struggling. It's kind of dipping down right now. Should I buy in? I never thought of that, because back at that time, hey, I wasn't into the market.
What I know with investments that the moment something is struggling, if it's shooting down, you should buy more.
Yeah, that's actually the time to do that. But I didn't know more about investment at that time.
Don't you regret?
I was like, I do, of course.
Because you should have made research, man.
I should have. Like I said, bro, I was still young and skeptical and naive. So I was like, hey, at that time, bro, I didn't know much. Though, as we're talking about such an incident, something like this, okay, just recently, I think last year, it's Sasol shares.
You buy what?
Sasol shares. As you're asking me about Woolies, you should be actually asking me about Sasol shares. And regrets. Yeah, that's where I have most of my regrets.
Sasol
shares.
I never had anything bad that might make it drop down.
Go check Sasol shares right now. Check the share price. It's currently trading at 100 to 200 rand.
Okay.
During level 5, it was 24 rand. Think about
How much is it now?
Trading at 100 to 200 rand. It's been how many
You
months?
bought them when they were...
I didn't buy. That's why I'm regretting.
Yo,
My G.
I thought maybe you're regretting because you bought them as they were 100 and something. Well, you should have bought it as they were 25 rands.
I was actually the prophet, my G. I was out there preaching to people. People, buy Sasol shares now or never. Now is the right time. There are 24 rand people, buy now. And at that time, my G, I don't know, man. Okay, I was going through a lot, honestly, because I have other businesses aside. I just purchased a bakkie for my mobile butchery.
Okay.
And
mobile butchery?
Yeah, I have some sort of a mobile butchery. It doesn't have an actual stand place yet.
It's just mobile.
But I'm transporting the goods using that vehicle. So it was a need, bro. I needed the vehicle. So I took most of my money and I invested into that vehicle. I could have invested on those shares, but I was like, I need the vehicle more. At the same time, I kept on telling people, buy Sasol shares. Those who listened, they're smiling today, and those who didn't, well, they're crying along with me because I did it as well.
And you are the one who was preaching.
I was the one who was the preacher, telling them, buy Sasol shares. They are
you were going deep into it.
They are 24 rand. Think about it. Buy them now. I didn't. Now, those things are things that you should expect in the market, and it doesn't matter whether it's the Forex market, it's the crypto market, or it's the stock market.
You can analyze and be like, no, I can't take this. Then it goes your way.
Sometimes even worse. Sometimes you put your trend lines in correctly and everything. You just set it up. Everything your settings be sharp, be done, be good, and then you just miss the entry. It breaks out, retest, do everything
that you've been expecting,
and you miss the entry.
I know the pain.
Such things should be always expected when it comes to the market. We don't control it.
Okay, since you are now on the market, on the Forex market, what's the trade? The most memorable trade? The Forex one?
Forex.
Yeah.
You see,
and with this one, let's talk about numbers. Let's talk numbers. This is not investment. This one we can talk numbers.
We gotta talk numbers now. We gotta talk numbers. But this one, this question, bro, I'd like to dedicate it to someone.
Okay.
I'll answer it, definitely answering it, but I'd like to make sure I dedicate to someone. Just to make sure, if it happens, he said this, he hears this very well, because I want him to hear it. And after, if he says something, I'm gonna choke him. Yes, I said it. I'm gonna choke you, bro. My G, at most of the time, I trade my big brother.
Okay.
Yeah. If I'm gonna go into the market and I tell myself that we actually growing an account and we wanna achieve something, we set up a goal, I trade my big brother. He goes by the name of Temba Wilson. I trust him a lot. That's my problem. I trust my bro a lot.
Yep.
With that guy, we have placed a trade in just 1 year that has it grew to 100K from 150.
After how long?
Took about 2-3 months.
From 150 rands.
Actually, 1,500 to say.
1,500.
Yeah, 1,500. Yeah, to 100K.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And then we blew it. All of it.
How come, man?
NFP.
You know I'm laughing.
Machi, that's not the end of the story. That's not the end of the story. We didn't give up. The year was it was what? 2020 if I'm mistaken, or 2019. No, it was 2019. It was 2019. We found an account together.
Okay.
We just stepped out. Okay, we actually discovered a trading plan. $100 trading plan, which is 1,500 rand. And with that trading plan, if you execute it very well, you can actually make about 6 million in a year. Yes, sir. In a year, if you execute very well, the take profits, daily take profits, the lot sizes, and all of that. You know, if you execute the trading plan very well, you can make 6 million in just 12 months. So we were working towards that goal. We were working towards that 6 million. So we found an account. We're like, hey, bro, we're taking this account together. We're growing this account. We need this 6 million. Because, hey, in my mind, I'm like thinking of franchise. That's the first thing I had. I want to make the franchise.
Businessman.
Exactly. Like I said, I'm into the culinary industry as well. So I had a goal set for this trade. But let's set up this trade plan. Let's execute it for the next year. And, it happened on April, if I'm mistaken. Came April, we had about 175, if I'm mistaken, in the account.
Almost 2.
Yeah, almost 200K. We had about 175 in the account. We were trading very well, bro. I do not know what happened. Let me scratch that. I remember very well now what happened. April, actually, it was sad. It's sad because April, my granddad passed away that year.
Okay.
So it happened that on the week when we were, the first week, the NFP week, when we were supposed to be driving from Secunda to Ermelo, actually there's a small village just outside Swaziland by the name of Feni. That's where the family originally comes from.
Yeah.
So we were driving from Secunda to that place on a Friday, NFP day. Guess what?
First Friday.
Yes, sir. First Friday of the week. And Mr. Thing, we have orders. We've opened and.
Oh, you were not trading NFP.
No, we were not.
You had orders.
We just had orders that we opened, and we were under that state of emotion of loss. You know, we just lost someone, and we're now driving there. We're not focused on the market and what's happening. We're not even thinking or considering that it's NFP.
I'm pretty sure you even forgot that there's NFP. You forgot that you had orders.
We forgot. Woke up on Saturday, bro, to find a red account. That's when it actually came back to us. We had orders for us Friday. The market is closed. What's happening? Gone.
NFP happened.
Gone. We checked what happened. 15 minutes is the longest candle. Now at least comes back NFP.
Cash.
And then very same year, crazy thing, because I think 2019, me and my G, we lost 275 in counting, because we actually lost another 100K in September. Don't ask me how.
Then how do you guys bounce back from that?
Let me just say
That's a huge loss.
Yeah, we chill, regain our strength, and get back to the market each and every single time.
You don't just go back same time.
We don't go back same time, bro.
Because if you go back same time with emotions,
it's
gonna try you some more.
You still got emotions, bro. So we usually just give it some time, recap, and then reinvest. And we start small. That's one thing we always do. We don't mess up the market. We don't go with 10K. I've never made a 10K investment into the forex market. I do not do that.